So this is going to start off as an intermittent problem. So if you're already having this problem where sometimes it shows that it's not closed even though it is, and sometimes it doesn't, eventually what's going to happen is just not going to work at all, and you're going to have to fix it. And the other main problem when you have this issue is that when you're using the backup camera on your vehicle, it's not going to work correctly. So I'm going to turn on the car so you can see the problem. So this is where the backup camera video is going to show up. I'm going to put it in reverse, and all you're going to see is gray here. Usually there's some lines and some kind of colored areas here to show you how far away you are from the nearest object, and we don't see that. And as you can see, it's all kind of like grayed out. So yeah, this is definitely a problem that you're gonna have to fix, so you can also fix your backup camera. All right, so this fix is actually for the Audi Q5 or the Audi Q7 from the years 2007 to 2017. So you have an Audi Q5 or Q7 in those years, then this fix will work for you. And the actual problem is this liftgate ajar indicator switch. As you see here, when the liftgate comes down, it's supposed to activate these two switches on both sides, but I guess they wear out over time, and yeah, you're gonna have to replace this. Luckily, it's just this small part, and again, you can get this for anywhere between $60 to about $80 from an Audi dealer. And I will leave a link down in the description below to where you can buy it. So I'll also leave the part number, so you know exactly what part number you'll need to get. And this is the switch right here that we're gonna need to replace. So I'm gonna hop on over to the back, and I'm gonna show you what you need to remove to replace this switch here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the inside. There's gonna be 4 screws you're gonna wanna remove. So there's one here, there's another one there. And again, it's the Torx T25 bit that you're gonna use there. There's another one there, and another one right there. So we're gonna go ahead and use a power screwdriver to take those 4 screws out right now. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my power screwdriver. I'm gonna remove the 4 screws I just showed you. And these are what the screws look like. So that's 2, 3, and 4. All right, so this is the tricky part. There are actually 4 clips right under here. 1 right around here, 2, 3, and then 4. What you're gonna wanna do is kind of lift this up, and you're gonna have to kind of yank on it a little bit. It's gonna remove it from the clip, which is just fine. You'll hear the clip kind of like come off. And I've already removed this, and I left the clips off, so it's gonna be easier for me, but for you, you're gonna have to use a little bit of force to pull the clips up. So as you can see, it came out easier for me, but you hear something like that when you're taking it out. Okay, so you're gonna loosen it, and then over here, there's a cable you're gonna have to remove. There's a little rubber part here. And what you're gonna wanna do, there's these 2 kind of like pins that you need to push from both sides, one on this side and one on the other side. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and push them both in and then pull the whole thing out. It's a little bit difficult. Okay, so I got it out. This is the cable right here. This connects to the switch we're gonna replace. Okay, once that is removed, you can remove the whole thing. And if you turn it over, this is a switch we need to remove. So we're gonna have to remove these 2 screws you see right here. Okay, so I kind of lied, you're gonna need one more bit. That is the Torx T20 screwdriver bit in order to take that switch out. So I'm just gonna use my regular screwdriver, attach the bit, and we're gonna go ahead and take these 2 screws out. Should be pretty easy to do. And this is what the screw looks like. There's one more on this side. Okay, after you remove that second screw, you are gonna be able to take the whole switch out. So this is the faulty switch you see here. So as you can see right here, there's a blue and white switch that gets activated or deactivated when the liftgate comes down and presses against this on this side as well. But it appears these switches are broken. 1 or 2 of the switches are broken. So we're gonna have to replace this part here, which again is the liftgate ajar indicator switch with our new one. Okay, so this is the brand new indicator ajar liftgate switch, and this is a genuine Audi part. So let's go ahead and put this, and it's gonna go in just like this with these springs up. And you see right there, we're gonna go ahead and put these screws back. All right, so I managed to take out one of the clips you see here. I took it out with these small pliers. It took a little bit of work, but I'm gonna do it in front of you guys so you guys can see how to do it. There's a little trick to it where you kind of pull towards one side and they should come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it here. And what you wanna do is kind of grab it like that. And you're gonna have to like pull up this way towards you. And you see them kind of pop up. Get under there, and there we go. That's the easiest way I found to take these clips out. So I'll go like that, towards one side, and come out. And here we go with the last one. There we go. Now what you're gonna wanna do is put the clips back. So you see right here, there's a little place to put them back in. Just slip in just like that. This one's gonna have to go under the cushion a bit. Squeeze it a little bit if it doesn't go in right away. There we go. 2 more on this side. There we go. All right, so very important, before we actually screw everything back, we're gonna test it to make sure it is actually working. So we're not gonna put the clips back yet. Just gonna take this, connect the cable back. Okay, so the cable is back in, you see right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and put this back. And since we're not gonna put it officially back yet, we're just gonna kind of fit it in. Yeah, as long as it's like that, it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and test it now. All right, so here we are in front of the car, and you see the instrument panel here. It shows that the liftgate is indeed open. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and try to close it. So go ahead and close it now. And there it is, it's closed.